Q5 Quattro 3.2 Quattro, that is. Okay, YouTube, this is a 2010 Audi Q5 3.2 Quattro. So let's start this one up. Put the key fob in there, and all you have to do is just push it. Brakes in. Too high. Let's start off critiquing the interior, which really there's not much to complain about, but we'll do it anyways. Tire dashboard is nicely done, soft to the touch, even over the instrument cluster. No complaints at all. Here's your LCD display, hazards, passenger side airbag on and off, indicator. Going back over to the dashboard, as it runs down the center stack, remains soft, though it does harden right back up once you go down to the center console area. But you do have the real wood trimming that runs all the way through, as you can see. Here's your glove box. It's fairly large. And you can see your connectivity, iPod connectivity. And you can see the glove box is actually chilled. That's what that little knob over there is for. The lid itself is quite hard though, but it is nicely aligned. No uneven gaps anywhere. Well, let's get back over here. Here's the radio and -6 disc. Actually, a satellite radio, and you can actually insert a media card in there, likely an SD card. Climate control, obviously it's dual zone. Let's open up this lid. Ashtray. At least it wasn't smoked in yet. Fucking ashtray. Electronic e-brake, just like the Cadillac I did earlier. Pretty much a thing that's catching on with everybody. These come with a 6-speed auto with manual shift mode, electronic stability control, hill descent mode. As you go farther back, you have your dual cup holders. You can see. Here's your armrest once you lift it up. You also have a power outlet and CD case holder. It's very sure-footed, won't jiggle anywhere, and it's adjustable, you can see. You don't have to do anything, just lift it right up. Always been an Audi, Volkswagen thing. Steering wheel is nicely thick and it's leather wrapped. You can see you could control your stations right there, moving this dial over here. You can see everything fluctuating. And you can change that mode if you wish. To phone, you can see right there. Hands-free controls and volume controls. You can see right there.
Sorry.
Sorry for what?
Sorry.
Sorry again?
Cancel.
Thank you. It apologized twice to me. Up above you have your sun visor, mirror, and vanity light. Sun visor has a rather low rent feel to it, like something from out of a sub $15,000 car. But it is thick though, at least, but the material just doesn't feel that rich. Overhead console, you have your universal garage door opener, on and off switch for the interior lighting. Lighting fixtures, and you rotate this dial to open the sunroof. It's always been an Audi, Volkswagen thing to turn a dial in order to open your sunroof. The switch in the middle is to open the shade. You have to be rather patient to open it, but you guys get the idea. You have a holder for the sunglasses. It is rather flimsy. You can hear how squeaky it is. You heard that for a moment there. But it's there. Here's your rear view mirror. Surprisingly, it doesn't dim. They went the old school approach where you just tilt your mirror. Hey, it works, but for a vehicle in this class, it ought to have something a bit better than that. cars since 1990 have been coming with dimming rear view mirrors. This is a 2010 vehicle, so it ought to have it, especially for an Audi. Cruise control switch is right behind the steering wheel right there. Steering wheel tilts, so you have to really dig down the steering column, which is rather inconvenient. Tilts and telescopes manually. Another thing, a luxury car such as an Audi ought to have something electric, I believe, in my opinion. But at least if you're going to do it manually like this, at least place the latch someplace within reach, like farther up here, like most other automakers do. Door panel is soft to the touch up above. Audi always did a good job there. Armrest, somewhat plush, but it's soft. Down below, it did harden right back up, though. They went a rather low rent approach here. Hard to the touch plastic, similar textured look like General Motors does. Rough edges, as you can see right there. Well, let's open the tailgate. Power windows, window lock, power mirrors, and they're also heated, and power locks. All 4 windows go down automatically. Audi and Volkswagen pretty much standardized that. And we'll take a look under the hood in a moment. Again, the driver's seat was adjusted farther back than I would have liked, so legroom would improve somewhat. You can see I have rear AC, power outlet. That's about it there, just a power outlet, nothing else there. Going back to the door panel, same as the front seats, nothing changes. Soft to the touch up above, so it hardens right back up to that traditional General Motors like door pocket, which I never was a fan of. The seats, while they look quite flat, they're actually quite plush for what they are, considering they're rather flat looking. And you can see the backrest folds down like so. Let me show you where. With the handle right here. They do not recline. Here's the armrest. It's very sturdy. Here's your cup holder. Very flimsy though, but it is adjustable. Gotta be careful with heavy drinks. It is plush, despite looking quite firm. OSHA handles on all 4 doors and lighting fixtures for each passenger in the back seats. And the door locks, you could actually lock your doors right here. Cargo area really isn't too bad at all. You can still fold the back seats right here. Just pull these latches right there and they tumble down. You also have some more latches down on the floor in case you want to strap something down. You can see the compressor and your spare tire, as it's inflatable, likely to save space here. So if you have a flat and you need to use your spare, just remove that spare and inflate it with the supplied air compressor. You have your power outlets and cargo lights. Cargo cover up above. A rather attractive engine, the 3.2 liter dual overhead cam V6. It's a beautiful engine. It reminds me of Acura. Instead of putting a bunch of engine covers, they really show the beautiful craftsmanship of the engine and everything nicely organized. You heard how that hood shut, nice and solid. You don't hear an echo once you shut it. Okay, so let's give this Q5 a good rev. That's the rev limiter, won't go any more than that. Let me at least open the window so you can hear it. Engine sounds beautiful though. Has a rather throaty sound to it. I really like the way this engine sounds. Let me give it one last rev. Well, that's the 2010 Audi Q5.